Welcome to the digital office of Linux file management. Picture your computer as a desk cluttered with documents and folders. In the next few minutes, we're going to turn you into an expert at organizing this virtual workspace, making file management in Linux as intuitive as shuffling papers on your desk. Are you ready to tidy up and get efficient? Let's dive in. Let's start by creating a new file. Using Touch, we created a new blank file, ready for our thoughts and ideas. Now let's examine our file's details. The file size is 0, indicating it's empty. LSL also shows us the file permissions, owner, and the last modified date. If you'd like to learn more about the ls command, you can watch the video on navigation in Linux. We'll now add a note to our journal. Echo is for displaying a line of text, and greater than redirects the displayed text into our file. Let's see what happens when we use echo without redirection. Echo on its own simply displays text on the screen. It's a useful way to quickly output text. Let's quickly check how the file's details have changed. Notice that the size has changed from 0 since it's no longer empty. Let's verify the contents of our journal. Our note is there. Note that the cat command can be used to display the contents of a file. We'll cover it in more detail in another tutorial. Your turn. Create a file named today.txt, add something about your day, and check it with cat. Pause the video and give it a try. We now have an empty file. We've added a note to our file. And finally, we verify the contents of the file. Have you successfully added a note to today.txt? Great job! You're practicing vital Linux file management skills. If you're finding these tutorials helpful, consider subscribing. Imagine we're compiling a digital travel journal. First, we'll create a main directory called Travel. mkdir Travel is like opening a new journal for our adventures. This directory will be our main hub for storing travel memories. Let's check if our travel is ready. There it is. Travel is now a part of our digital workspace, ready to hold the stories of our journeys. Let's create a subdirectory. We've just created a Europe section. It's like dedicating a part of our journal for this specific adventure. Now, let's use mkdir to create a nested structure for cities we visited in 2023. With mkdir, we've created separate section for Paris under the year 2023. Note that both the 2023 and Paris directories were created at once. Let's add a directory for Vienna. Let's take a look at the structure of our Europe section now. We have Paris and Vienna directories under 2023. Challenge time. Create a new directory for Brussels in the year 2022 within Europe and verify its creation. Pause the video and give it a try. Let's verify the creation of these directories. If you've successfully created 2022 Brussels, well done. In our digital travel journal, we sometimes need to rename or move documents. We've just created plan.txt in our Paris folder. Suppose we want a name that's a bit more descriptive. MV has now relabeled our file to parisplan.txt. Quickly checking the update with ls. Did you notice that we used move for renaming? This is by design. In Linux, renaming and moving files essentially update the file's metadata that lives in an index node, or inode. It's an efficient approach Linux uses for file management. Leave a comment if you'd like to see a more detailed video on this. Next, let's move parisplan.txt to the main 2023 folder, grouping it with other city itineraries. The file's been moved up a level, like reorganizing a section in our journal. A quick LSR to confirm our file's new location. Parisplan.txt now resides directly under the 2023 folder, neatly organized. Challenge time. In Travel, create viennaplan.txt under Vienna, then rename and relocate it to the 2023 folder. Pause the video and give it a try. We've created viennaplan.txt under the Vienna directory. Let's now move the file one level up. Did you successfully reorganize viennaplan.txt? Great job. Are you enjoying the learning journey? Consider subscribing for more Linux explorations. Like making photocopies of important documents in Linux, we use CP to copy files. We've copied parisplan.txt to pariscopy.txt. This may be useful for keeping the original safe while experimenting with a new plan. Let's duplicate the Paris folder along with all its contents. CPR copies everything in Paris, creating a Paris backup folder. There's also CPA, which preserves all file attributes like permissions. We'll delve into this in a future tutorial on file permissions. Let's check our copied files and folders. And there they are, our original and copied files all neatly organized. To delete files in Linux, we use rm. Let's remove pariscopy.txt. Let's verify the deletion with ls. Our pariscopy.txt has been deleted. Poof! Remember, when removing files from the command line in Linux, there's no recycle bin. Once you delete a file with rm, it's permanently gone. Always double-check before using the rm command. Deleting a folder requires a different approach. Let's remove the Paris backup folder. .rmr is used for deleting directories and their contents recursively. Just like files, this deletion is permanent, so use this command also cautiously. Let's verify the deletion with ls. Our Paris backup folder is now deleted. It's essential to be careful with rm and rmr. There's no undo button in the Linux command line. It's challenge time. You'll be setting up directories, sorting songs into genres, and creating playlists. Pause the video now, try out the tasks using the instructions provided, and when you're ready, resume to compare your solutions with the walkthrough. Did you give it a try? Great. Whether you got it right or need a bit of help, let's walk through the challenge together. First, let's create our music library and the genre folders. Nicely done. We now have our main directory and 2 genre-specific folders. Time to create our sample music files. Awesome! We've got 3 songs ready. Notice that we can input multiple Linux commands in a single line, separated by a semicolon. Let's move our rock and pop songs into the right folders. Let's quickly verify. Great! Our songs are now in the right places. It's playlist creation time. Let's add the second song. Note that we use a double greater than sign to append to an existing file. We'll discuss more about redirection in the terminal in a separate tutorial. Let's create a pop playlist by copying the rock playlist. Let's update the pop playlist. We overwrite the pop playlist.txt to contain song 2, mp3. You can use cat to verify that the file contains only song 2, mp3. Let's delete song 3, mp3. Finally, let's check our work. And that's how you organize a music library like a pro. I hope you enjoyed this challenge. Keep practicing, and you'll be a Linux expert in no time. Congratulations, explorers! You've mastered creating, moving, copying, and deleting files and directories in Linux. These skills are essential for any digital explorer. Remember, practice is key. Share your experiences in the comments, and happy exploring.